Hello and welcome to another cube draft by yours truly, me. I haven't played with this card before. I've picked it up last time but couldn't play it due to the colors. Now it does restrict me in the colors, and Hero of Bladehold is there, and Fauna Shaman is the only other green card. Or, there's also Telknight Hermit, but I think Fauna Shaman is obviously better. But I still think I want to pick it up and see how it plays. And we get past the Karn. No clue what the guy next to me picked, but passing a Karn, holy moly. Has to be opposition then, right? Opposition upheaval. Like, why else would you ever pass a Karn? The card is sick. Excuse me while I eat goddamn Maltesers, or whatever they're called. What wouldn't I mind? Channel probably. Birds of Paradise would be fine because it's in the colors and it actually works together. But yeah, gonna pick up a Karn here. Double Planeswalker, pick 1 and pick 2. Karn, one of these stronger Planeswalkers. You also have Nicobolas, which is a good one. But Karn, because of it being colorless, being really hard to remove because it does +4. It can actually protect itself by doing -3. And that's such a threat, like, it's insane. What is this? We get a Battle Skull? Excuse me while I type something out here. But yeah. Battle Skull to me is just for 5 mana, 4/4 Vigilance Lifelink, which I find good enough. But then the fact that it has, you're able to reuse it, makes it just so sick. It was obviously insane in Standard, and is even played in Legacy, and that should say enough about the card. Just because of the fact that it is an equipment and you can bring it back and replay it. Lifelink and Vigilance, obviously great combination, because you can gain life twice. It's a great attacker, it's a great blocker at the same time. Well, often with other Lifelinkers you have to attack but then tap out and you can't block with it anymore. Here, not that problem. We get an Elspeth. It's obviously not the best Elspeth, but it is in the colors that I am playing at this point. And it is just another strong Planeswalker. The problem that I see is that it's also a 5. Would have preferred to 6-drop Elspeth, but I can't pass up another Planeswalker. That's 3 out of... It's 3 out of 4 cards that I have for Planeswalkers. Savannah Line is meh. Loam Line is actually pretty decent. Like, it works together, but I'm actually late game focused at this point. I'm not sure if Loam Line is good, but I also don't like Heliod. Like, it's just an insane investment for a small effect. Sure, it's fine if it is a creature, but it often isn't. And I think out of these cards, Loam Line for me is a bit better. And I am gonna pick it up. It was possible that it would wheel, that picking up Savannah Lines or the other or any of the other cards was better, but I'm happy with this. Porcelain Legionnaire versus Temple Garden. I think I actually want the Temple Garden just because then it opens up playing white with another color and splashing green. While if I pick up Porcelain Legionnaire, it's just an average creature. It's not an average creature; it's a pretty good one, but. Temple Garden should be the pick here, or is the pick for me at least. Just because I first picked this, want to see how it plays out, but at least now have the option to splashing it, and if I have a really sick other card get past to me or able to play it, I will definitely pick it up. Stoneforge Mystic would be the absolute nuts for me. Maybe Vindicate, hoping this wheels. Maybe Merciless Eviction. And go the mass destruction route that someone asked me to go with Planeswalkers. We already have 3 planeswalkers. But I think if I do that, I actually want the Marshflats as well. Well, it is pretty decent though. Exile all artifacts, exile all creatures, enchantments, or planeswalkers. It's basically 6 mana walk. I don't think it's that great. I actually like picking up Vindicate a bit more, and I will. The reason behind that is, well, 6 mana for a walk while you're already playing white and you have plenty of those. Seems a bit stupid, especially if you have a low amount of threats. I think here it's gonna be the Battlefield Forge. I mean, this white with a bit of red, like none of the other cards will be played. They're not in my colors. Maybe Woolach Tower, but then even then it would be red, and I would want to Forge anyway. Just keeping my options open here, not committing to anything yet. Well, I already committed to white a bit, but white-green basically. But I mean, just keeping some options open, and we get an obs that. I think if I go white-black, this is definitely a card I want. It is back in black. It is back on the 5-drop slot, but it's good enough. And Savannah Wield, so that should help my splash for the Ajani a bit more. If I am splashing, of course. There's also Kokosho, but I think I want the Savannah to smooth out the mana base a bit. The problem with this is that it doesn't actually do anything to the board, unless you already have stuff on the board. It obviously works together really great with Elspeth, but here I'll probably pick up the Relic. Like, Experiment 1 should be in the splash. I'm not that aggressive of a deck, so Relic seems a bit better. Definitely looking for some good early creatures. Which ones? I don't know. There's plenty normally. Plague Sliver, I guess, is a decent creature. Attrition, meh, not a big fan of. Tarmar is fine, but then I would screw it up. And again, Smokestack is obviously a real powerful card, but I don't think I can manage it unless I have Elspeth. Yeah, let's just pick it up. I still think it's a strong card. Savannah Lion's Wheels, we'll pick it up over Wildfire, while it's Fires of Burning Shower or something. But it is basically Wildfire, has the same effect, just Portal 1. And then we have Ash Zealot, which is a really annoying card to play against. Nakatl, meh, it's a fine card. If I would go aggressive, I'd play it. So let's open up a Stoneforge Mystic to go along with the Barrow Skull, shall we? We don't. Of course, you can't always get what you want. So let's just look at the pack. There's Thundermar, Hellkite, definitely a strong card. There's Figure of Destiny, which is actually a really strong card as well for me. There's Misty Rainforest, but it's only in my splash. Sure, it gets white as well, but Harmonize is in my splash, so and the double green is actually a bit annoying. Decree of Justice is a good card. It creates a bunch of tokens, but I'm not sure if I really need more late game. I already have 6 really strong late game cards. It works together great with Smokestack, but it's a bit on the slow side on that end. I don't think any of the greens should do it. I think I'm just gonna go for the figure here. Basically consider the white card. It's not the strongest card in the pack, but I think it's the better card for me. There's also Descendant, but the Descendant has more option to wheel, so yeah. There's Terminus, there's Route. I think Route is better because it's really great if you have full control, you can just win the game, and if you don't have full control, you can just get rid of everything. It's 1 cheaper than Terminus if you can't miracle it. Of course, Terminus puts things on the bottom and Route doesn't, but even then it's a really good card. None of the other cards actually appeal to me, like maybe Liliana's Reaver, but even then. There's a guy that asked if I could do Planeswalkers with Mass Destruction effects. This kinda leans towards it, but as I commented on him, it's like, yeah, picking up Planeswalkers just isn't easy. Most people pick them up because they are strong and powerful effects, so you have to open plenty of them. Like, I got the Johnny and then passed the Karn and passed an Elspeth, so sure I managed to pick up 3, but that's usually it. Like, you're not gonna get a lot of them. There's another Wrath of God, which I'll pick up here, I think I do need at least 2 effects of these. There's also ultimate price, which might be better. Like spot removal is a bit harder to come by than this. The thing is though that I'm sure I'm committed to white, but I'm still not that committed to any other color, and I have no fix for the black. While with white, I'm definitely in white. If I pick up Elves of Deep Shadow or get that wheel, that should solidify some things, but there's also that card, Burning Pot, but that's actually too much for me. Yeah, I think for now I'm gonna go with Wrath of God, but it was a tough pick. I'm not sure about that one. Vitalka Shaken is so strong. There's also Fleece Mainline. I don't think it's that strong or strong enough. Silver Blade Paladin is obviously better than Fleece Mainline, I think, but you probably want both of them. But this is more likely to wheel than this, and then maybe one of these two wheel. Sunken Ruins obviously not a card I'll play. So Silver Blade Paladin, this. What did we get here? Painseer, terrible. Wow, my colors are definitely cut here. Do I really need to switch it up? Nah. I'm gonna go with the Floodplain. Like, this pack is just terrible for me. Painseer is just a Dark Confidant, but then a worse version. So there's a Cave of Kolios here, which is great for me. Again, none of the other cards are actually any good. Like, someone to my left is in my colors. I don't know why. Well, maybe because I passed a bunch of black. Did I? But white? How come people are in white then? Doesn't matter. My deck is fine. I'm pretty content picking up mana fix here. Don't really care about that. Picking up mana fix is always a good thing. There's another Planeswalker, but it only works together really well with creatures, and I'm pretty low on those. There's Skeletal Scrying, which I like, but I think Flagstones might be a bit better. It's great with Route, it's great against opponents' destruction effects, which aren't that plenty though. Maybe Skeletal Scrying is better, but every time I have played Skeletal Scrying, I find it underwhelming. So I'm gonna go with the Flagstones. Johnny, obviously a great card, but yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Like, let's just pick it up and see what comes of it. There's Seal of Cleansing, Night's Whispers, I guess. Ink Eyes is a fine card sometimes, but I think I want a Disenchant effect, at least one of them. You always want one, and I only have white, so well, we also have green, but it's a splash. You prefer to be the card in your main color. At this point, I'm also splashing black, right? Like, I only have 2 cards that are black, if I even play it. Smokestack still not looking that appealing, because so little permanents for me. So many little permanent generators as well, like only Elspeth. You can keep sacrificing this, but the Descendant Titwheel, it's obviously a decent card for me. Against aggro, you usually have more cards in your hand, and then it's a 3/5 that gains you 3 life. Now, it's not lifelink, it's still a trigger, so it works a bit different. You can die as you used to with lifelink trigger being on the stack. You can actually stack it with lifelink as well if you want to. Out of this, I think I want Wretched Bomb over Reaver. Like, as I said, I'm still just splashing this, so let's just pick up Wretched Bomb here. Winter Orb, definitely not a card. Neither is Headhunter or Diregraph Goals. Just pick up a Sulphur Falls. We'll never play that card, but hate, right? I want a Scrubland, just to get that with the floodplain. Maybe even if I get something like an underground sea, I'd pick it up just because I can get it with a floodplain, despite not playing blue. Sunken Runes obviously not the card I want there, but they have a Mind Sensor reeled, so yeah. Pain's here, I guess. Probably won't play it, but it is a card after all. Loam Line still just a stupid 1/1. Do have 2 cards for that, but Durez is definitely a card I'll play. Like, it's such a strong card, especially in cube. And Lightning is also a really strong card, so no one is. Either no one is that color, or there was another really good card in that pack of those colors. We still need like 3 cards. There's Mother of Runes, there's an Isolated Chapel, which is pretty good. Pristine Angel, which I like, and Weathered Wayfarer. But I think Mother of Runes is just too good to pass up. There's Survival of the Fittest, but again, it's in my splash, I don't have that many creatures. We definitely want Weathered Wayfarer, Pristine Angel, or the Chapel. I think one of the 3 should wheel. The pack has some powerful cards. It has Cursed Scroll, Survival, Force of Will, Jackal Pup for the aggro player, True Reanimation effects. Even Mystic Snake should sometimes be played, and a Fire Blast. So yeah, definitely picking up Mother of Runes here and hope one of the other cards will. Okay, this is a bit different, or harder. There's a Johnny Vengeance and I already have a red fix. There's also Sacred Fountains, which might wheel and then give me spot for the Johnny. But there's also Yosei. Like, Yosei is a really strong card. It's a 5/5 flyer that takes over the game. And then there's Mirror Battlesphere, excuse me. Now, Mirror Battlesphere is not a card that will wheel. Neither is Yosei. What are the odds of a Johnny Vengeance wheeling? Probably nihil, right, as well. But it should screw up my mana base bit. Like, then I should have to cut Vindicate and Obs that for Johnny. And also lose the rest. So it's three cards versus this one. Plus maybe something else. Versus a card I'll definitely play. So I think I have to pick up the Yosa there. Johnny, yeah, it's a great card. It should be a card I'll play depending on the cards that are coming. Like if I can pick up 2 more red cards, I would definitely play it. But Yosei is a card I'll play with 100% certainty. There's a Mirror Crusader, which is real nice. And that's about it, right, for me. There's Bone Shredder, I guess, but again, we're base white, not splashing, not wanting to dab into our splashes too much. And then obviously Mirror Crusader is the better card here. I'm questioning if I'll play Forest or not. Like, I already have 3 sources to get it. There's Catastrophe, which is basically. Wait, I was wrong about Route. It's Catastrophe that I was talking about. Route is just instant speed walk. Is it better than Phyrexian Rager? Probably. Is it better than Precursor Golem? That's a good question, but I think it is. Because this is the one that actually allows you to destroy lands, and that's actually a pretty good ability. Ghoul Draz is definitely a nice card that I wouldn't mind, but I think I have to pick up Everflowing Chalice here to accelerate into my later game. I'm not an early game deck. This is another card I would play, but the problem is that it's in my splash. So if I was base green, I would definitely pick this up, but I think now it's Everflowing Chalice. Balance, huh? But there's also Gideon, another Planeswalker. So maybe I can get there. I have, what do I have? I have 5 Planeswalkers. Balance is so strong. Now let's pick up a Gideon. Let's play Planeswalker game and some red effects. There's Shrieking Grotesque. There's Mirror Entity, which is a really strong card, and Parallax Wave. We have 1, 2, 3 red effects. This would be a fourth. I actually think I would prefer something like a Spellskite. It blocks, it's an early card, it works together with the Johnnies, because this can put up counters on it. This can put counters on it. Just a strong card in general. It's really good against the aggro decks as well. So yeah, I'll pick up a Spellskite here. Flooded Strand versus Orzhov Basilica. It's a good question. Flood Strand obviously fixes my green, but I only have one black fix. So I think I'm gonna go with the Orzhov Basilica. Not that huge of a fan sometimes of Karoo lands, but most of the time I am. Weathered Wayfarer Wield, so we'll pick that one up as well. Sacred Foundry Wield and the Johnny was in his pack, so that's gone for sure. I think I'll pick up the Lodestone Golem here. It's a strong creature. I know I like strong creatures. Out of this pack, I think against me, Hell's Thunder is the most annoying. Rancor is definitely a strong card, but I think I want to hate Hell's Thunder. Though Rancor, yeah, let's pick up Rancor. Fuck Rancor. Deck is looking good though. We managed to pick up some early game creatures. We have some. We have a strong late game, like not some strong late game. We have a strong late game. This obviously doesn't work together with a Johnny, but it's a strong card in general on its own. Like it's gains you life, which is good against aggro. It's a 5/5 that I can't actually remove by instant speed. By sorcery speed removal, so that's great as well. Think out of this, I don't want to play against Nico Bolas. We can't play it. Like even if I wanted to, the colors just wouldn't allow it. Let's pick up Carnifex. Doesn't really matter. Silent Spectre, I guess I won't play it. Like I don't think the card is that great. The fact is that the morph costs too much. And Craven Currents, so we can actually play red now. Yeah, red. So we can play Nico Bolas if you want to and screw our mana base a bit, but I don't think I will. We can check it out though, if people really want to see that. So it's a blue. Nah, we still don't have a blue, do we? Well, we have floodplains for that. Why am I even talking about this? I won't play that. You could hear me laugh a little bit. Let's just keep in mind that we have it, but I don't think we're gonna play it. Okay, so we have 29 cards, 6 need to go. I think first of all, Relic needs to go. I think it's a bit, it's a great card to have, but it's probably one of the first cards to go as well. To go to the sideboard to this. Wretched Mom can go to the sideboard as well. It's obviously a great card, but Loam Lions is probably better than Savannah Lions. So yeah, but do we really want those cards? I don't think so. Figure of Destiny is a great late game. Mother of Runes is just a great card. Weird Wayfarer is a really nice card for fixing. I think I do want a Seal of Cleansing. Not sure about it though. You can still need to cut one card. Maybe it's the Ajani Color of the Pride, because it doesn't work with this one. Sure, it ups our... How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3 early, 4 with the Spellskite. Then we have the Lodestone Golem. Let's just put him here. Well, maybe it's good enough. Like, I do have plenty of creatures it works with. So yeah, let's keep it in. It's obviously not a life gainer, but the ultimate is still game winning. The problem is that it doesn't work with this one because it's also a Johnny. Boom, 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 boom. So this is my only green card right now, but I think it's worth keeping. It's card advantage. It's always a plausibility unless you want to gain 100 life, which seems unlikely. But I might against mono red. This just generates Insane amount of tokens. These are the 3 red effects. Vindicate is a good spot removal. Spell's Guide is something I think I want to play. So is it really the Seal of Cleansing because I have a Vindicate and just bring it in? Yeah, okay. But then let's go to the mana base. Pulse by color. So this is white. This is our green fix. This is basically our green fix, which I think we have to play. This is our black fix. I don't think I need more green fix, but I do think. Wait, this says inland, right? A land card. The problem is that opposite that costs double black. So I think I want to at least run 2 swamps. And that's it. The reason for the 2 swamps is that the rest is also really good early to slow your opponent down. And opposite that costs double. While I have plenty of fix for this, I think I want more fix for this. I can't get this with the floodplain anyway, so let's see what he suggests. Cut around the crap and then do this, which is enough. So everything produces white anyway except the 2 swamps, so that's 15 white sources, 4 black sources, 3 green sources. Yeah, this will do, and I'll see you guys for the first round.